Hello guys, welcome back to Spoken Essays. I am Harshal Vora, and with the last live video we had a few difficulties. There was something wrong with the internet, and I have connected my mobile data with the internet now, and hopefully we can start again. And so let us begin with the project again. So we were somewhere around step 20, and you know what, let me share my screen with you guys, and and we will continue from where we left off. Just a second. Great. That is not the screen I want to show you guys. That is the screen. Okay, that looks very weird. Let me just edit this again. That is a weird look. Maybe my screen got stuck or something. So what I'll do is, instead of this display caption, great. So now all you can see is a blank screen, but actually it is not a blank screen. That is the wallpaper of my computer. Great. We have this with us again. What I pressed is Control left in command. Well, for Mac users especially, this is a command we use to move between full screen windows. So the first full screen window is of course the desktop. The second full screen window could be Chrome, for example. It could be OBS, it could be a game that's full screen. So quickly I'll show you is, if you use command up, it will show you how many full screen windows are open. Well, for this display I have two full screen windows open. One is the obvious, the desktop one. You can never close that really, but you can close this. For example, if I minimize this, then what happens is you can only see one desktop. Yeah, but if this were full screen and I would were to bring another full screen window, then I would see more options here. 1 2 3, whatever the number of the windows is. Moving on, we were building this thing. We were building a penguin, and I can see that my YouTube stream is going smoother than ever. It must be because of the fan. It is extremely hot today. Maybe, yeah, I cannot find any reasons now, but what we can do is we can begin with this 20th step. And so before I begin with the 20th step, let me just recap. So we built the background, we gave the background some color, and then we gave this thing, the ground, some color, a gradient, and then we created a left mountain, and now we're going to create a back mountain. Back mountain will probably be behind this. And we saw before in the previous steps that the the left mountain, this mountain, didn't look like a mountain at all. It did not have that shape. So to make it look that way, we lowered the position of this, what I would call, the left mountain element. So we lowered the position of this element, and we increased the height of this. I think, we moved it up a little bit. Okay, and that's what we did. And we also placed this element's position to number 2, and this element's position to number 3. How did we do that? So in CSS we have a property called z index. So z hyphen index, and after the colon we put whatever number or whatever value we want to, as in it could be -1, so it could be from -99999 to from -999 to +999, and so on and so forth. So you could put any number in there. Yeah. Now back to step 20. What were we supposed to do? So now we're going to create a back mountain element, and we'll give it a width and a height, and we'll also set the background to a linear gradient. So we have these 3 properties. What I'll do is I'll simply copy the 3 properties from another, maybe take it from the left mountain. What do you think? So let's see. And it doesn't mention the degrees or the angle, so we don't need to do any of that. So what I'll do is I'll also copy the left mountain from here till here, और इसको मैं यहाँ पे लेके पेस्ट कर दूँगा. I'll place the cursor over here. and that looks very weird because I haven't added a curly bracket. The moment I added a curly bracket, everything fell into place. Moving on, so we are in left mountain. Now we will make it back mountain. The moment I make it a back mountain, another mountain will appear, but this thing's color will be a little bit different, I suppose. So 203, 241, 228, apparently not. But the second color of the linear gradient will be different. So instead of 80, it will become 47. Instead of 183, it will be 170, and this will stay 155, 255. Okay, you can see this thing, it looks weird, I must say. And because of the overflow property, display property with the value overflow, we can see that the body element has disappeared. Why? Because we have set, sorry, not the display property, we've set the overflow property to hidden. तो जो भी टेक्स्ट ओवरफ्लो करता है, टेक्स्ट ऑब्जेक्ट एलिमेंट whatever overflows, as in वो इसके उस साइड जा रहा है जहाँ पे मुझे स्क्रॉल करके देखना पड़ेगा, लेफ्ट या राइट स्क्रॉल करके देखना पड़ेगा, तो वो हाइड हो जाएगा. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट इट्स ऑल हिडन. द बॉडी एलिमेंट is hidden. Well, not the body element, the ground element, sorry about that. Yeah, so the ground element is hidden now. Anyway, so now what will we do? We will, so this is the back mountain. So for the next step, we'll probably manipulate the z index. So let's go to the next step. Step 21, set the position property of the back mountain to prevent it from taking up space in the page layout. Yep. तो पोजीशन पहले एब्सोल्यूट कर देंगे. जैसे पोजीशन एब्सोल्यूट करेंगे वो हमारा ग्राउंड वापस विजिबल हो जाएगा. सो आई राइट पोजीशन एब्सोल्यूट सेमीकोलन and we are back with the typos. The moment I made it absolute, you can see the body element, the ground element appeared, and now you can see this shape and you can see this shape. So this is of course the left mountain and this is the back mountain. Makes sense to prevent it from taking up space in the page layout. Nice. Now we can go to the next step. I will close this tab because we don't really need it, and I'll go full screen so you guys can see it clearly. और आपको ऊपर का कुछ देखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है really. So change the stack level. When it says stack level, it means z index. So z index columns element says that it is directly behind the left mountain element. So for the left mountain element, we set the value of z index as 2, but I could be wrong. So let us check, and we'll go to that CSS property and we will find out whether we were right. So left mountain z index 2. So now we can give this a value of 1 so that it stays below the back mountain, so below the left mountain. Change the stack of the back, it is directly behind the left mountain. Yep. Now what does this say? Rotate the back mountain element by 45 degrees clockwise, then give it a left property of 110 and top property of 225. I think I can copy these properties as well. Left and top, maybe not, maybe because we did the left and the top property in the morning, not now. But you know what, let me find one. If I can, then we can reuse these properties. Nope, we did not. This has margin and margin top, never mind. So we'll give it these properties. So rotate the back mountain element by 45 degrees clockwise. Rotate the element. So easy, we use what we learned today. We will use the transform function, and transform property, and we will use the rotate function to rotate it 45 degree clockwise. So now it looks like this. I think you guys can see it, but what if I change the color just for us to understand? So RGB, but if I make this 0, yeah, that didn't do anything. The same way I'll have to make this 0. Yep, yeah, you guys can see that thing now. That is what we are manipulating, we are editing. That is the element. This color is not exactly in the steps. I am only showing it to you guys so that you understand, and I myself understand what is happening, because we are working with the same gradient. So I thought, yeah, okay. So we, after transforming it, we will give it a left property and top property. So left is 110 px and top 225 px. The moment I do it, this is what it looks like. Wow, that is very nice, neat. And we have the green light. Why do we have the green light? Because they're not checking the color. The color is only for us to understand. The moment I go to the next step, it will all reset itself. So don't worry. Play with it all you like. To finish the background, add a sun by creating a new div element immediately after the back mounting element and give it a new class. So we are to add a sun. So we will give it a class value of sun. Great. Now we are going to edit the sun. This is quite fast, I must say. Now give the dot sun element. You can see the cursor is already placed. I like the indentation, although there shouldn't be one because we're going to create a new element. So let's see. So dot sun, curly brackets. In the curly brackets, I'll set the width to 200 pixels and I'll set the height to 200 pixels. Great. You can see this. Oh yeah, we are making the sun appear right now, but it doesn't have any color. Oh, shit. Right. So yeah. Oh my god, that happened. That's the new sun, and because we haven't given it the position of absolute, that's why this is what it looks like. It looks like a weird whatever rectangle. Or if I give it a color, PUCKGROUND, I'll give it black. That will be very distinct. So that's where the sun is. But because we added a new CSS property, added a new element, because of that it took its default position, whatever. But these guys, they overflowed. Yeah. Okay. Moving on, I don't need that for now. I do actually. Okay, so instead of black, it will become yellow. So that was supposed to happen. I did not even read that last phrase. I was just practicing, but that happened. Now we are on step 26. Set the position property of the sun to prevent it from taking up the space in the page layout. We will do that position to absolute. And then set the border radius such that the sun's shape is a circle. We will also do that. The common trick we use is 50%, but even if I made it 100%, it would look like a perfect circle because the width and the height is the same. So let's go with the position. Oh, sorry, that is not the place where it should be. Yep, that's where exactly. So position would be absolute, and border hyphen radius will be 50%. Let's start with 50% and see how it goes. That is also a nice perfect circle. What if I made it 100%? That is still, oh, that is not 100%, sorry. That is also a perfect circle, 0 or 100. I'm going to go with 100 so that it looks like a perfect circle, and we can go, let's see. And it says you should give sun a border radius of 50%, so maybe not 100. Something's itching here today. I'll have to get that checked. Maybe a shower will do me good. Okay, so position the sun in the top right corner of the screen. We will do that. Set 70 pixels of its top and right edges. Top and right edges. No. What is there a shorthand property for that? Can we use 2 or 3 more values in position? Is that is shorthand property? So that happened. Top and right edges are awesome. -75, let's find out. So -75 pixels. That is top left. I don't need to do anything top left. That is top right. So -75 key X. Nope, it did not move. Maybe not. Maybe position is not a shorthand property. What I can do is I can use top to my benefit. ऊपर से कितना 75 -75 pixels is not visible. Yep. So ये टॉप हो गया. अभी राइट में कितना मूव करेंगे? That is almost to the left. How do we make it go to the right? I'll have to experiment. Let us see. अच्छा, बस इतना ही करना था. Okay, yeah, that worked. And we are good to go. Now we will we'll go inside the penguin. Your penguin will consist of 2 main sections, the head and the body. Let me copy this. If you're going to use divs, create divs, then why not? Acha, thoda scroll kar deta hu, you guys can see it, so that you guys can see it. That hurts. So div class sun, instead of sun I will write so first will be no problem, let me add the second one too. So instead of sun, add 2 new div elements. Okay, so penguin head, and this will be penguin body. Yeah, let me copy that. That's it for this. Now we're going to edit the styles.css file. You can see this is a fading background of a mountain. Now it is more visible, and they didn't use any spread radius or anything for that. We used z index, and that in itself did the trick. Okay, you know what, we can also preview it in another tab. Impressive. So that's what we built. Very good. Just give me a second, guys. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy this music, and I will be back. Welcome back, guys. Let us continue with the next step. So we were on step 28. We finished that and we took a preview of this screen. That is very beautiful indeed. Now we go to the next step. Yes. So we are on step 29. Change the stack level of the penguin element. Stack level. So we are going to use the z index property. So just a second, I'll have to click on it again. Yep. So that happens. You have to click on it to place the cursor again, or of course you could use the tab button a few times, and by pressing the tab button a few times you would get there. So stack level. So when we are talking stack level, we refer to the z index property, and such that it appears in front of the ground element, and give it a position of relative. So first I'll give it a position of relative, and z index property, it appears in front of the ground element. You know what, I'll just give it the 10. That does not work. Why? In front of the ground element. So what else? So where is the ground element? Let's see. Always in front of the ground element would only be above the ground. So this thing has the value 3. So if I make this 4, then that should work. And that worked. We are good to go. Target the penguin head element and give it a width half of its parents and a height of 45 degrees. So now we're going to build the penguin head. And nothing has been destroyed yet. I'll keep the preview here. I don't want to jump here and there, jump back and forth. Okay, so we were at penguin head. Give it a width, height, background, linear gradient 45 degrees. Let us find a linear gradient with the degree 45 if we can. Yep, that we did. So we can use this. We can reuse these values from here till here. Width and height बीच में से हटा देंगे, we don't need them. So what I'll do is I'll go to penguin head and I will paste it here. Instead of 45 degrees is good. So instead of this, we'll make it 239. This will become 240, and this will become okay. So this is the second color. Apparently we are not to use the RGB function for the first color. So then this is the first color. Sorry, this is the second color, and now I'll write gray, and the gray color has appeared. We'll also give it probably in the next few steps. Leave that, doesn't matter. In the next few steps we'll also give it a border radius so that it looks more penguin like than not. That right now it's a rectangle. Okay, so it's not a penguin head. Penguin head. Okay, we'll so give it half of its parents. So instead of 100%, I think I will make it 50. Half of its parents, and the height to 45%. So that is a penguin head. Like that is something that will become a penguin head now. Most penguins do not have a square head. Exactly. It says most penguins, so maybe there is one. Maybe. Give the penguin a slightly oval head by setting the radius of the top corners to 70% and the radius of the bottom corners to 65%. Okay, so we'll give it border hyphen radius, slightly oval head. Okay, of the top corners. Acha, and of the bottom corners. Okay. क्या वैल्यू थी? बॉटम टॉप बॉर्डर top radius, what would it be? Let's find out. So top क्या है 70%. Yep, that is not a real property, but is not a recognized property. What if I write top border radius? Nope. What I can do is, if border radius is a shorthand property, then I'll write top corners. तो यहाँ पे मैं लिख दूँगा 70%. Wait a second. Top corners, right? So this is for top and bottom. So then this is top left. This will also be top right, and for the bottom left values it will be 65%. Copy, paste and move. That does look more like a head now. That is an oval shape I would approve of. So let's go to the next step. Great. So now where are we? We are on step 32. Target the dot penguin body element. So now we are going to work on the penguin body element. So penguin body, and in the curly brackets I will write width 53%. So the body, the penguin body's width will be 53% of its parent. The height will be 45% of its parent. Oh, that is a typo. We do not height. Great. And background, that is not the correct spelling of background. And I can hear what's happening outside. Anyway, so background, now it's a linear gradient, so I don't need to, I'll just copy this. पहले भी कर सकते थे पूरा, अगर लिखना नहीं होता तो हम लोग ये भी लिख सकते थे, ऐसा कुछ है नहीं. Yeah, I should not have. Someone is yanking that door violently. Now instead of gray, this will become some RGB color. So not some RGB color, this RGB color. So let me copy this, let me paste that, put a comma, and from 0%. अच्छा, तो 2-3 layers करने वाले हैं. Okay. Oh, when it's 0%, we don't need to mention the percent. Okay. From 0%, RGB from, and white from 67%. Okay. So if it's 0, then we don't need to really do it. And white. Okay. ये तो कर दिया. अभी इसका कलर चेंज कर देते हैं. So this should be 234. This should be 231. And this should also be 231. So now we have something that resembles a torso and a head, a body and a head. Well, not a torso, but yeah, a body and a head. Okay. And we should also give them the percentages. So this will be 25%, and white will be 67%. So 67% onwards. Yeah, that is inside the function, so we must not. Okay. And we are good to go with this step. Nope, something is wrong. Let's see what is. 25, 60. We'll see. Penguin body, give it a width of width penguin body element, give it a width of 53%, done. Height of 45%, done. Then set the background to a linear gradient at 45 degrees, yes. RGB 134, 133, 133 at 0%. I don't need to mention the 0% when we are going with the first one. Then I mentioned 234, 231 and 231 for the second, from 25%, and white from 67%. Okay. Are we to use it till 25? 24%? Is that how it is? Nope, that is not how it should go. Let's look at the hint. Maybe the hint will help us understand. So you should give the background of linear gradient. देखते चलो. BACKGROUND linear gradient, 45 degrees, RGB 134, 133, 133. Apparently we are supposed to mention the 0%. Before we weren't, but now we are. I'm not sure why, but let us mention it and we can go to the next step. That's it. That's where we were stuck. We were supposed to mention the degrees, the percentage of the gradient. Okay. Another interesting fact about penguins is that they do not have square bodies. No, they do not. Yeah, they're trying to mess with us. Yep, they do not. Use the border radius property with a value of 80, 80, 100, 100 to give the penguin a slightly rounded body. Now this is very interesting. Why are they giving us 4 values and not 2? Because why are they not doing that? Why did they not put 2 values? If we put 2 values तो वो ऊपर के दो और नीचे के दो को वो अगर सेट कर ही देगा तो ऐसे हमने क्यों लिखा है? Guys, please mention in the comments what you think the reason is. Why did they give it this way? I understand why, and I have explained it a few times, but if you guys know, please mention in the comments. I will explain after this step is done. So now I'm done with the step and I will explain to you. So this is actually for, of course I have been repeating many times, this is for the top left. Oh sorry, did I do anything? Nope. This is for the top right, this is for the top not the top, it is for the bottom right, and this is for bottom left. Do not believe me, you can check. And that does not look like a penguin now. Great, we can go to the next step. Step 34. So what does this say? Target all descendant elements of the penguin element and give them a position of absolute. Okay. So क्या करेंगे? Target all descendant elements of the penguin element, give them a position of absolute. So all descendant elements. All descendant के लिए भी हमने कुछ सीखा था वो pseudo selectors में. So all descendants and give them a position of absolute. ये कैसे करेंगे? डॉट पेंगुइन के अंदर ऑल डिसेंडेंट्स, इसमें हम लोग बिफोर आफ्टर सूडो सेलेक्टर्स यूज नहीं करेंगे. क्लास नेम उठाने, I could try class name. I remember class name what we did, but I don't think that's what we have to do. All the elements. Maybe. What if I write dot penguin dot asterisk, and let's see if that works. That will not work because we can see a red underline. But all the descendant elements, how will we do it? What pseudo selectors will we use? So this is that div called penguin. Inside this we have 2 divs, and we are to select all but 2 of them for now. I'll have to Google it. So descendant elements, yeah. So what do we do? What is target descendant? There is tech on net descendant combinator. अच्छा space. हाँ, but what if all descendant elements? So it doesn't matter if it's only a div, it is supposed to be all of them. So what does this do? ये तो सारी लिस्ट को उठा लेगा. Pressing number combination single space can combines two selectors such as elements matched by a second selector. If they have ancestor element matching the first selectors. Okay. So div के अंदर UL list और CSS में li. So list के अंदर की list. That does not make sense. Nope. Select descendant selector CSS. Yes. CSS combinators descendant selectors space. Okay. That is great. That will make us understand stuff even in much more detail. But we are, I think, looking for a pseudo selector. Well, let's read. There are descendants of the specified element. You know what? Let's try this. All the descendants are divs, really. So let's see. Absolute. Was there any? Yep. Kuch to hua, but that is incorrect. I see. I could have used so without. I should have used it without the dot, and that way it would have selected all the elements, and my code passes. Look at that. I will close this. Great. Now we are on step 35. Position the penguin head element. Okay. Position the penguin head element. 10% from the top and 25% from the left. So we top left वाला उठाते हैं. Top left, top right. Yes, we have top left from here. Copy this. I will scroll down and we'll paste it here. Now we have something. So instead of 10 pixels, I will make it 10%. You can see it has moved 10% from the left. The penguin head. And this will move 25%. Great. Sorry. And that's what it looks like now. From the top and 25% from the left. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is to be top. Okay, let's see why they asked us to do this. Position the penguin body element 40% from the top and 23.5% from the left of its parent. We are already inside the penguin body and we already have an empty line for us, ready for us. So ये भी इसमें top and left ही है. So ये उठा लेते हैं and that also mentions the percent. So we are happy. Oh. Copy. Instead of this, I'll make this 40% and I'll make this 23.5%. And that's what it looks like now. The head should be above. Well, layer wise वो उसके ऊपर होना चाहिए. But let's see what happens. Whether we are right. We are right with this step. Maybe आगे कुछ होगा जैसे हमें और पता चलेगा. हाँ, stack level से अभी हम लोग उसके साथ खेलेंगे. Stack level, so change the stack level element such that it appears in front of the penguin body. So अभी हम लोग penguin body element का stack level पढ़ने जाएंगे. Is this penguin body? Yes. इसका stack level पता नहीं. But I think it is on top. How will we know? देखते ना. Z नहीं है. Z values नहीं है. Z index ground की है 3. तो इसके बाद हमने कोई एक Z index 4 भी डाली थी. I think this should be 6. Z index 5. It is above. What if I wrote 4? That would also have worked. What? So we're supposed to make it 1. Okay. Why? What if I make this 5%? Will it be below the mountains? Nope. Then why? Is 1 the highest? I wouldn't think. To give the penguin body a rest. Oh my god. So to give the penguin body a crest, yes, now we're going to build a crest. Create a pseudo element that is the first child of the penguin body. Create a pseudo element that is the first child. First child के लिए हम लोग क्या करेंगे? Well, I can use nth of type or first child of the penguin body element. What will we do? इसके लिए भी था कुछ, first था and last था. Let me Google. So not here. Of course we have nth of type. First of child instance. First child selector is first child. It literally says first child. Wow. Okay. Let me use that. Great. So instead of this, for real, हम लिखेंगे क्या? Dot penguin hyphen body curly brackets. अरे हाँ, इसके अंदर लिखेंगे paste. And please recognize this as a property. Content. Set the content of the element to an empty string. Empty string is this. And what did this do? Nothing yet. And we are wrong. We are supposed to use the before selected or comma. So before would obviously select the first one. Position the pseudo element relative to its closest position. Ancestor. What? Okay. Body closest position ancestor. हाँ, तो इसका position ये लेंगे ना हम लोग. This thing's position. This doesn't have a. इसकी भी position absolute है. Closest position ancestor. How? What if I write background? I want to see where it is positioned really. So black. That should work, right? Nope. With height नहीं है. Yeah, that's not how this will work. We are to position the pseudo element. Okay, the pseudo element is this. This is the pseudo element relative to its closest positioned ancestor. Closest positioned ancestor. मतलब उसका parent. उसका closest positioned ancestor क्या है कहाँ ये? penguin body ये इसका ancestor है penguin की पोजीशन चाहिए ये वाला. If I'm wrong, then we have the hint with us, of course. So that was a good punch. I close the previous tab, the next tab in front of me. I don't need that anymore. So we have the pseudo element a with half that of its parent, half that is of its parent, so that is easy. सिर्फ लिख दीजिए 50% और हो गया. फिर हाइट लिखना है 45% ऑफ इट्स पेरेंट, ये भी कर दिया. अभी हम लोग सूडो सिलेक्टर्स को यूज़ कर रहे हैं. अरे यार हाइट GHT और क्या है, एंड बैकग्राउंड कलर ऑफ ग्रे. ठीक है चलो, इसमें भी हम लोग ग्रेडियंट यूज़ नहीं किया है हमने. GREY एंड नाउ इट्स फाइनली विजिबल. और क्या है, ग्रे की जगह GRAY होना चाहिए. ओके, एंड वी हैव द ग्रीन लाइट only because of the spelling. So maybe GRAY is what worked, not GREY. Not maybe, that is what worked. So maybe use the English, the American English when doing these tests. Position the pseudo elements. Excuse me, it is very so position the pseudo element 10% from the top, 10%, and 25% from the left. So left 25%, not 235%. That would move it too much, and it would hide it. That looks like a dumpling. I have Sagar More. Hi Sagar More, how are you? How would you like to help Mr. Sagar? I'm eagerly waiting, and I'm done with this step 41. So now round off the crest by giving the pseudo. I'm good Sagar, how are you? How are you doing? Are you also doing the freeCodeCamp exam course? Are you learning responsive web design या फिर आपने वो ख़त्म कर दिया है? How is it going? Great, you are good, I'm good too. We are doing step 42. Almost ये ख़त्म होने हैं. इसके बाद हम लोग सारे सर्टिफिकेशन प्रोजेक्ट्स करने वाले हैं. How about you? Oh, you are a software architect. Great. क्या बात है मिस्टर सागर, क्या बात है. Very good. And I can see आपकी ID में लिखा है sagarmore.in. So ये आपका खुद का पोर्टफोलियो है. Great. You have your own YouTube channel. Amazing, sir. Guys, shout out to Sagar More. Why don't you check out his channel? Well, we only have 3 channels, but thank you so much for your support. I hope Mr. Sagar, you also support our channel, and आपको मेरे वीडियो पे दिख रहा होगा कि you can see the PayPal and Patreon, so you can support us anywhere over there on our UPI ID too. So thank you for your support, and guys, please check out Mr. Sagar's channel too. Moving on, we are on step 42. Thank you so much Mr. Sagar. Stay tuned and keep watching. हम लोग जो ये सब पका रहे हैं, well, I should point it this way. Great, thank you so much for subscribing. So what does this say? Round of the crest by giving the pseudo element bottom corners a radius of 100%. So इसके लिए हम लोग लिखेंगे border hyphen radius 0 0 0. अच्छा bottom corners, अच्छा so bottom corners, so we can do that 100%. 100. हाँ तो फर्स्ट अच्छा टॉप कॉर्नर्स को 0 पे छोड़ना है. व्हाट आई विल डू इज कट दिस, इसको पहले 0 कर दे 100% कर देते हैं. सो नाउ वी हैव द बॉटम वैल्यूज टू दैट, एंड आई थिंक वी कैन गो टू द नेक्स्ट स्टेप. that looks less like a dumpling law. Great, we should be so top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, bottom left. Why are we not able to? Should I mention 0%? and that does something, and we are good to go to the next step. Increase the pseudo elements transparency, increase the pseudo elements. What? How do we increase the yeah, because so when we decrease the opacity, the what we can do is pseudo elements यहाँ पे होना चाहिए RGBA. We should use the alpha channel to do that. अभी ग्रे का कलर क्या होगा? ग्रे RGB वैल्यू. वाह, इसने RGB दी है बोल दिया. Great, so this is the value of gray. So instead of this, I will write this, and here I'll write RGBA, and I can change the lower the opacity or set the transparency to 70%, and that's what it looks like now. Increase the transparency by 30%. So opacity 70% per day. Yeah. What's wrong? Oh, apparently we can use the opacity property, and that will also help. So I did not have done all of that. I could have simply written opacity and that would have worked. That is brand new information, guys. So 70%, and we can see that it is 70% opaque now instead of 100%. Thank you so much, Sagar More, for watching. Guys, दूसरे लोग भी अगर वीडियो देख रहे हैं, you can only give 0 to 1. What does that mean? आप क्या वो opacity के लिए बोल रहे थे? 0.2, 0.9 and 1. अच्छा, it must be for opacity. अगर मैं परसेंट नहीं लिख रहा हूँ तो परसेंट की जगह मुझे लिखना चाहिए 0.1. Is that what you are talking about? Yes, you are talking about opacity. Okay. But we have already moved past that. Next time I will try, instead of mentioning the percent, मैं वहाँ पे 0.1, 0.2 या 0.5 लिख दूँगा. Thank you. Step 44. Start the penguin's face. Okay, अभी penguin का face. Yeah, we are in the penguin head class by adding 2 div elements within the penguin head and giving them both a class of face. तो अभी हम लोग div element use करने वाले, so I can reuse this div element and I will rename the properties. So tab, yeah, that appeared. Do not worry, I'll change the class value to penguin head. Sorry, I'll change the class to face. Great. So अभी हमारे पास 2 फेस आ गए, लेकिन हमने कोई फेस क्लास को एडिट कुछ किया नहीं, उसका कोई सिलेक्टर बनाया नहीं, so it looks empty. It is non-existent because it is not there yet. It's not visible yet. Okay. So now we give the face element. So .face semicolon with height and background color of white. कहीं से ऊपर से उठा सकते तो उठा लेते. With height and background color, that looks like some good stuff. So from here till here, copy. We paste it, and instead of 200 pixels we'll make it like he said 60% की जगह हम लोग 0.6 लिख के ट्राई करते हैं, and that is almost that it's a thin line now. Maybe let's have some faith. And what if I write 0.7? I think वो by default pixels लेता है, so there's no point if I make this 60%. It does look different. Or if I write 70%, oops, sorry. So that's what it looks like. अभी 70% की जगह मैं 0.7 लिखूँ तो and 60% की जगह मैं लिखूँ 0.6 तो sorry. Nope, unfortunately that we can use for opacity, maybe not here, but thank you for your support. 60% and 70%, and that is the box. Okay, so and a background color of white. So instead of yellow, we'll make it white. Oh, nope, white. Great. अभी इनको हम लोग probably face बनाने वाले हैं. Thank you so much, Sagar. Now we are on step 46. Make the top corners of the face elements, okay, have a radius of 75% and the bottom corners have a radius of 60%. पहले तो हाँ ठीक है, border radius. So border hyphen radius को use करके okay, make the top corners of face. Top corners, so top left and top right, I'll reuse these values. So मैं इसको copy कर लेता हूँ. I'll paste that. I'll copy this and I'll paste that. अभी क्या चाहिए उनको? So the top should have 70%. So 70%, and that does look like a face. अभी हम लोग probably next steps में उसका position set करेंगे using the position absolute and top and bottom and left and right and whatnot. Great. एक और बार चेक कर लेते हैं. Make the top corners. So this is the top left corner, this is the top right corner, and this is the bottom right corner, and this is the bottom left corner. Great. We can go to the next step. So position the face elements so that they are 15% from the top. So from the top I will write 15%. And it has moved. Wow. Why are there no more steps? Maybe I have saved this just in case, because it says your server could not be reached. The server could not be reached and progress may not be saved. So let's see. Maybe if I go to the next step, my progress will be saved, maybe not. But we are good to go to the next step. कुछ नहीं, वो कुछ छोटा मोटा कुछ आया था. We can leave that. Now we can go to the next. We can go to step 48. क्या बता रहा है? Currently the two face elements are on top of each other. Yes, that is true. हाँ वो तो है. Fix this by adding a class of left to the first face element and a class of right to the second face element. So I can place the class value first or later, first or second, it doesn't matter. So left, oh sorry, and right. That is not right. No, that is right. And we'll go to the next step. Target the dot face element with the left class. Okay, so dot face left curly brackets, and I will position it to the left of its 5. So 5% to the left. So 5% is the unit. No change yet. So maybe ये मैंने ठीक से नहीं किया select class को. Maybe if I use dot face not left. Maybe not. Let's do this. We are not to do that. So we can. अच्छा तो हम लोग dot use करते, so that is correct apparently. And it should not be positioned. I'm sorry. So yeah, I made a mistake. It should be. Wait, I have a comment. Yes, thank you, Sagar. That's exactly what I learned. You were a little bit quicker than me, but I was late. I'm sorry. मैं comment पे next time पे देख लूँगा. Thank you so much for supporting. So position left होना चाहिए था, and now it works. So what does this say? Target the face element with the right class. So we target the face elements. So मैं इसको ही copy कर देता हूँ, and I can reuse the properties from this and position the right of its. Yeah, but 5% को मैं reuse कर सकता हूँ. So instead of left, this will be right, and from here I will make it right. So RIGHT, and we have a face now. Oh great, I see Sagar's comment again. Left 5%. Thank you so much. Exactly, करते करते ही सीखने को समझ आ रहा है. and keep supporting sir. Yeah, मैं थोड़ा लेट पड़ जाता हूँ, but you are always there to guide me. Thank you so much. Now below the face dot right element, अभी ये जब लिखा है उसका मतलब कि वो लोग क्लास सिलेक्टर की बात कर रहे हैं, इस क्लास सिलेक्टर की बात कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि फेस राइट एलिमेंट एंड ए डिफ एलिमेंट विथ ए क्लास ऑफ चिन. सो अभी क्या करेंगे, आई विल कॉपी दिस एंड आई विल edit the class name. So instead of face right it will become chin. तो अभी हम लोग chin बना के उसको edit करेंगे, create stuff. So dot chin in the curly brackets, I'll scroll this up a little bit, and with height and background color of white. हमने कहीं पे background color white use किया था, so I'll scroll up and I will reuse those values again. So हमने face के लिए वो color use किया था, and we also use the width and the height. So of course we'll change the width and the height according to our fancy, but हमें पूरा ठीक से वापस लिखना नहीं पड़ेगा. So width of 90%, so instead of 60 it will become 90%. That is visible in the preview. और height को 70% रखना ही ज़रूरत है. So literally सिर्फ एक वैल्यू को चेंज करके हमारा काम हो गया. Now we go to step 53. Position the chin element such that it is 25% from the top. Okay, 5% from the left. Its parent, then give the top corners or a radius. Okay. हाँ तो पहले position set करेंगे. So position, colon, absolute, semicolon. Then from the top it should be 25%. From the left it should be 5%, 5%. And top corners a radius, so we're going to use border hyphen radius 70%. Top corners, both top corners. So what I'll do is I'll copy this, that is the unit 70%, and both the bottom corners, so I'll give both of them 100%. Semicolon. Let's check the steps. So position the chip. तो अभी position हमें change करने के लिए, move करने के लिए हमने absolute value दे दी उसको. Then we such that it's 25% from the top, so 25% from the top, 5% from the left. Then give the top corners a radius. So this is top left and this is top right, 70% and 700%. Let's see if we are good to go with this step. Can you guys see that? Yes, we have the green light. Something near my nose. Okay, so far the dot face and chin elements have the same background color. Create a custom CSS property called this and set it to white. So custom CSS property, we have come across this before, but वो किसके लिए custom properties के लिए हम लोग कुछ use करते थे. I remember we used a pseudo selector, and inside these pseudo selectors we used to create properties. I'm going to refer to a variable. So to set those variables, in the previous projects we did something, और वो so I think I'm going to open that in a new tab. Command F, इसको सब बंद कर देते हैं. And in the previous project we used something, so I'm going to copy that code. So let me scroll down, go to the courses, and I think we built it in the skyline. So I'll go to the last step of the skyline जिसमें सारा कोड लिखा हुआ होगा, and we used it for root. Great. So हम लोग root करके एक इस creator में करते थे. So I'll use that root and in this I will create a custom variable. So / penguin -face, and I will set it to white. Great. Now I think we can use this anywhere we like. Amazing. Exactly. मैंने लिखा and I just looked at your quote, comment just now. That's exactly what I wrote. Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Sagar. Thank you for your support. Exactly what I wrote. क्या बात है यार. We are connected. Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, you are one step ahead of me there. So हमने रूट बना दिया और उसके अंदर पेंगुइन फेस वाइट यूज़ करेंगे. Sir, have you done this before, or is it your experience that tells you? So we are good to go to the next step. I will close this tab. I don't need it yet. Well, I needed it for the previous step, but I don't need it anymore. Okay. अभी क्या बता रहे हैं? Where relevant, replace property values with your penguin face variable. So अभी हम लोग penguin face variable को यूज़ करने वाले हैं. That is, we also learned that in the city skyline project. तो ये क्या बता रहा है? Wherever relevant. तो अभी हम लोग जहाँ भी वाइट कलर यूज़ किया यहाँ पे, वहाँ पे हम लोग वाइट की जगह अभी ये penguin face variable का यूज़ करेंगे. Oh great. Exactly that. Oh, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Background color variable penguin face. Exactly. That's what we're going to write. So let me quickly copy that. और अभी हम लोग जाएंगे white पे experience of course. White color. Where do I see white color? इसमें linear gradient है. इसमें भी linear gradient है. This is yellow. Linear gradient again. This is gray. This is white. So instead of so we already have background color. अब इसको हम वेरिएबल के अंदर रैप कर देंगे, वेरिएबल फंक्शन के अंदर. सो var एंड दिस, नाउ वी हैव दिस. यू नो व्हाट, यहाँ इतना ही करते हैं क्योंकि हमने बैकग्राउंड कलर पहले मेंशन किया ही है. सो आई जस्ट रिप्लेस वाइट विथ दिस वैल्यू. और कहाँ है? दिस इज ऑल्सो वाइट. विल ऑल्सो प्लेस दैट हियर. फिर बैकग्राउंड कलर ग्रे अगेन, लीनियर ग्रेडियंट अगेन, ये सब ठीक है. आई थिंक वी आर गुड टू गो. बट बिफोर वी डू दैट लेट्स चेंज चेक. हाँ तो ये तो ठीक है, रूट बराबर है. दिस इज़ सम सायन कलर, दिस इज़ सम शेड ऑफ लाइट ग्रीन, सम लाइट ग्रीन शेड अगेन. नॉट वाइट, नॉट वाइट, नॉट वाइट. दैट इज़ येलो, that is gray, and that is some shade of green. Okay, we are good to go. So let us press command enter. We have the green light. Great. Now step 56, below the chain element. Okay, so this is the chain element. When they refer to classes, they refer a dot, so you can see that they are referring to a class. What am I saying? अभी इसको कॉपी कर देते हैं. I'll press tab, div class. Now we'll change the class to what? अच्छा दो डालने. हाँ ठीक है, तो इसको लिख देंगे I, and I'll copy I and I for an I. Also give the first element a class of left and the second one a class of right. Left and right eye. We'll do some things to the left and the right eye, I think. Let's see. It is good music, really gets me pumped up. So target the elements, so I, and give them a width and height and background color of black. चलो ऊपर ही width height है. We can change this to our fancy. Instead of this variable now it will become black, and width will be 15% and this will be 17%. और अभी हम लोग नेक्स्ट स्टेप में probably पोजीशन को एब्सोल्यूट करेंगे एंड उसको मूव करेंगे टॉप एंड लेफ्ट. गुड स्पीड, गुड गोइंग गाइस. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. अभी क्या करेंगे? Position the I elements. So position the I elements. अब तो पहले position डालेंगे. Position is absolute. Typo. Position. That absolute का भी spelling बराबर नहीं है. ABSOLUTE. Then what? 45% from the top and अच्छा corner radius तो यही उठा के ले देते हैं and we can edit it. So क्या है top से 45%, so instead of 25 we'll make it 45. हम लोग राइट से लेफ्ट से कुछ नहीं मूव करने वाले, so I'll remove this property, give all corners. So when we are talking about all corners, I don't need to make it 50% all the for all the values. If I just write 50% तो वो हर एक साइड से वो 50% बना देगा. Great. Now we go to step 59. Target the I element with the left class. Okay. So with the left class हम लोग फिर से pseudo selectors use करेंगे. Pseudo selectors का मैंने अच्छा with the left class I can reuse this. और जहाँ से भी मुझे values उठाने मैं उठा लूँगा. So left and position it 25% from the left. हाँ तो ये 5 का मैं 25 कर दूँगा तो ये मूव अरे बाप रे हाँ मुझे फेस की जगह आई भी करना पड़ेगा ऑफ कोर्स आई and we can see the second eye, the left eye, and okay, then target the eye element with the right class. So अभी इसको भी मैंने copy कर दिया है and I will go here and I will make this right. So you can see हाँ उसका position दोनों का 55 इसलिए वो same है. Oh, this should not be 55, this should be 25. Yes. And this should also be 25, but instead of left it will become right. Great stuff, good stuff. 59 step पे पहुंच गए guys, बहुत fast. That is amazing speed. Hats off. Thank you Mr. Sagar for this, for your support. वो root वाला variable तो याद ही नहीं आता. Then within each dot I element, okay, so this is one dot I and this is one dot I element और उन्होंने हमारे लिए spaces डाल के रखे हैं. In real life there won't be any spaces, you will have to read. So let us copy this. अभी इसके अंदर हम लोग next करने वाले हैं. So this will have the property I lid. इसको मैं कॉपी करके पेस्ट कर दूंगा. And now we'll make the eyelids. Step 61. Target the eyelid elements. Gladly. And give them a width, height and background color. So I will reuse the properties. अभी मुझे दिख रहा है नीचे width, height and background color है, but this is some linear gradient. I'll leave that. थोड़ा ऊपर जाके देखते हैं. Yes, we have some color and some width and height. We will reuse these properties to our fancy. So width को 15% की जगह 150 कर दूंगा. And you can see eyebrows, eyelid, हाँ eyelid, okay, height of 100%. And background color of penguin face which is white, but मैं variable उठा सकता हूँ. So कहाँ है? I'll use this variable. I will copy this variable. Oh sorry, Command C for Mac users. I'll go back. I'll paste this value. Indentation is also there. अरे बाप रे. It is white. Yeah, the color is white, so it looks white now. I think we'll do something with the eyelid to make it look that way. Now position the eyelids. 25. Yeah, again ना. So top and left and radius. So क्या करेंगे? Top and left and radius. ये मुझे मिल गया. I will use these. और position का है. Position के बिना हम लोग कर सकते हैं. If we can, then yeah. If we can keep the position relative, then we are good. So by 25% from the top and minus 23% from the left. And this will be 50% from all sides, so I can change this to 50%. That's what the eyelids look like. Okay, I don't know, position the elements from the top. if we can do this without that, what if I make the position? I don't think I need to, क्योंकि हमने I को ही position, I की position ही हमने नहीं की. Interesting. Okay, let's find out whether this works. If this works, then we can go to the next step. This works. We don't need to mention the position attribute, position property. Okay. अभी हम जाएंगे step 63 पे. So below the I dot write element, so we are back to the index.html file. इन्होंने element mention किया है. Add 2 div elements each with a class of blush. So अभी हम लोग blush effect देंगे इस penguin को. इसको भी indentation दे देते हैं. Okay, we have given it the right indentation. Now we'll make the class. We'll give it the class value blush. I'll copy this and I will paste it again in the next line. Also give the first blush element a class of left. अरे बाप रे, अभी इसको edit करेंगे. So right, and we can go to the next step. We will probably edit blush left and blush right after we target the blush elements, of course. So target the blush elements. So BLUSH. Not target the blush element, we are going to target the blush elements. So I think they are the same, but let's see. Give them a width, height and background color. So we are heavily reusing the values from the previous steps. अभी इसको 150 की जगह 50 और इसको 100 की जगह 10. Okay, and instead of this variable color we're going to use pink. Very cool. Now I don't think I'm doing the right thing. We should maybe the class selector should be maybe space and asterisk, but let's see. Nope, this works. Apparently it's at blush elements, but we are selecting all the blush elements. Okay, now position top and अच्छा सिर्फ top and radius यही उठाते हैं. लेफ्ट को मैं टॉप बना दूंगा, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. चलो बॉर्डर रेडियस को 50% दे दिया. अभी इसको क्या करना है, टॉप, एंड इंस्टेड ऑफ -23 इट विल बिकम 65%, एंड यू कैन सी द ब्लश हैज मूव्ड. वी आर गुड टू गो टू द नेक्स्ट स्टेप गाइस. Target the blush element with a class of left. So blush BLUSH dot left curly brackets and position it a left. अच्छा, बस इतना ही है. तो ऊपर से हम लोग रीयूज़ कर सकते थे. Why did I not think? Copy this. ये सब नहीं लिखना है. I write blush right the same way. चलो right भी मिल गया. We'll also put left. This will become left. And these should have the value 15%. 15%. Great. Are we missing any step? Let's see. So target the blush element with a class of left. ये लेफ्ट कर दिया. position it left 15% left of its parent. Then target the dot blush element with a class of right and position 15% right of its parent. Great. And we can see the position here. ये cute penguin बनाने लगा है, अभी उसने बना दिया है. That is very nice. We are good to go to the next step. और ये कुछ sometimes it happens. I think this happened a few days ago too, where maybe freeCodeCamp gets a little bit slow. Great. So what does this say? Below the dot blush dot right element, add 2 div elements each with a class of b. So we are back to the index.html file. Let me copy a div. अभी इसके अंदर करते हैं edit. So indentation below this. So हम लोग इसके अंदर नहीं करने वाले, नेस्ट नहीं करने वाले. we are not going to nest it. We're going to use we're going to put two new things here. This is probably for beak, a beak. Acha, so beak top and beak bottom. Not bottom, sorry, bottom. Oh, and we can go to the next step. Just a second, guys. Let me keep my YouTube window open for you. Great, we have 3 viewers. Thank you for staying tuned. Now target the beak elements. So dot beak, beak. So both the beaks, top and the bottom beaks. We'll give them a height, background color and corner radius. That is a new combination. Let me copy from here till here, and I will delete the things according to the steps. तो भी उनको क्या नहीं चाहिए, height 10% ठीक है, orange should be so pink should become orange. Top is not needed for now for this step, and the border radius should be 50%. We are already done with this. कुछ change नहीं करना था except for the color and remove one line. And this says we are 65% done. So I think अभी हमारा वो ख़त्म होने आया है. We will 65% done, guys. That's all. It happened in an hour and a half. क्या बात है. Will be finished I think by 2 hours. 2 घंटे के अंदर ख़त्म हो जाएगा. Maybe 2 घंटे से पहले 20-25 मिनट में ख़त्म हो जाएगा. Let us see. Great stuff. We can go to the next step now. Step 69. Target the dot beak element with a class of top with position left. अच्छा, ये कहाँ से उठाएंगे? But ठीक है, चलो उठा लेते हैं पहले beak dot top. Okay, give it with position. Sorry. Okay, width देंगे, top value देंगे और left value देंगे. I will scroll up and find a combination like that. ये उठा लेते हैं and we'll remove the rest of the values. Great. Border radius अभी नहीं चाहिए, color अभी नहीं चाहिए, height नहीं चाहिए. Instead of this we will make it. That is a very cute hat. 60. So अभी from the top it should be 60%. Oh sorry, width should be 20% and not 60%. Okay, so width should be 20%, top should be 60% and left should be 40%. So 40%, and we have a top beak. Great stuff. We'll also go through I'll copy this in case we need to make a few changes to the bottom beak, or add the bottom beak. You can ask us that later. Target the beak element with the class of bottom. देखा, अभी हम लोग bottom को target करने वाले हैं. So BOTTOM, beak bottom. Give it a width 4% smaller than beak top. So 4% smaller, that is 15%. Well, no, 4%. 0.4. Well, if it's 16%, 4% smaller, is it -4 or 4% of 20%? If it's 16, I'm going to follow you, Sagar, about this. If it's 4% smaller, then let's go with 16. Thank you so much. मैं सोच में पड़ गया, but you knew. Okay, smaller than beak dot top. Great. 5% further from the top. So 65%. Yep, नीचे दिख रहा है. And 2% further from the left of its parent. So 42%. Yep, exactly. Thank you so much, Mr. Sagar. Great. So I thought 4% of the, but it is 4% smaller than, so 16% works great. We can go to the next step. Step 71. द पेंगुइन्स बॉडी लुक्स अ लिटिल बिट प्लेन, हाँ क्योंकि हाथ पैर ही नहीं है, क्या करें. स्प्रूस हिम अप बाय एडिंग ए डिव एलिमेंट विद ए क्लास ऑफ शर्ट. अच्छा शर्ट के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. अच्छा ओके हाँ ठीक है. इमीजिएटली बिफोर द पेंगुइन बॉडी एलिमेंट विच इज़ दिस, इमीजिएटली बिफोर. सो इसके ऊपर ही. सो आई विल कॉपी दिस. थैंक यू. और यहाँ पे मैं पेस्ट कर दूँगा. इंस्टेड ऑफ पेंगुइन बॉडी आई विल मेक इट शर्ट. एंड इट सेज वी आर 68% कम्प्लीट. अभी ख़त्म नहीं हुआ, लास्ट प्रोजेक्ट ही है, इसलिए वो अभी हमें प्रोग्रेस भी दिखा रहा है. अभी हम ये इमोजी यूज़ करने वाले हैं, पर्पल हार्ट इमोजी. सो विद इन द शर्ट एलिमेंट एंड ए डिव. अच्छा डिव के अंदर ओके हाँ, लेकिन आई थिंक होपफुली मैंने डिव कॉपी नहीं किया. आई विल फर्स्ट कॉपी ए डिव. उसको कुछ क्लास वास नहीं देना है. And I'll copy this heart again and I'll paste it here. We have that here and we'll probably now place this shirt. क्या उसको अच्छा within the shirt after the river add AP element and ICSS. अरे वाह अच्छा, तो I and CSS के बीच में हम लोग कुछ कारनामा करने वाले हैं. Okay so okay I'll write div. Copy. इसको क्लास वास नहीं देना है ना. So instead of this I will write I space CSS and we can see that text. और क्या है. अच्छा इसको div नहीं, इसको p बनाना है. या ओके p. अरे बाप रे, that was a weird thing. हाँ okay and we are 70% complete. Now what does this say? Target the dot shirt element and set its font size. अभी हम लोग ने font, we haven't changed anything with the font, we haven't done anything with the font, so let me just type it. Font size 225 pixels. Font family to Helvetica. एक सेकेंड इसका भी कुछ है. What if I just write font? So 25 pixels. Helvetica. Is that possible? Let's find out. Fallback. Sans serif. नहीं, इतने सारे कॉमा डाल दिए अभी. I don't think होना चाहिए. अरे बाप रे. Serif. इतने सारे कॉमा. Font weight to bold. हाँ. Yeah, that doesn't work. कुछ I think yeah, but I can reuse this. So instead of font, okay, अभी हम लोग font size mention कर देते हैं. But I do want to find out before I do anything. Font क्या property थी वो? Shorthand property in CSS. Let's find out. Font shorthand property. The font property is a shorthand property और इसका order क्या होता है. So first is the pixel size. So I was going right I was in the right direction. So first अच्छा, so pixels, then the font family. अच्छा तो यहाँ पे मैं लिखूँ sans serif. That will work. Helvetica को हम लोग सिंगल कोट्स में डाल देते हैं. ओके देखते हैं ना. So select all the font properties in one declaration. What is the order, my friend? The font size and font are required. हाँ ठीक है. पहले स्टाइल होना चाहिए, पहले वेरिएबल होना चाहिए क्या? According to this example, the style should be first. Let's try putting the style first. इसको हटा के. What if I write bold here? No change. अच्छा स्पेसिंग नहीं डालने, कॉमास नहीं डालने हैं एक्सेप्ट फॉर दिस. बट दैट इज स्टिल नॉट बोल्ड. नोप, दैट इज नॉट बोल्ड. ओह सॉरी, कम ऑन वी. नोप, कैसे होना चाहिए? इटैलिक, स्मॉल कैप्स, बोल्ड, दिस पिक्सल्स एंड दिस. तो देख लेते हैं और कौन सी चौथी प्रॉपर्टी है. Set its font size 25 pixels, family to Helvetica, and fallback and font weight to bold. What if we don't have italic small caps? Use font to set several font properties in one declaration. Let us find out. Let us look at the comments. We have Sagar. Thank you Sagar bhai. You are literally a godsend. क्या आपने लिखा है थोड़ा पढ़ते हैं. The order probably should be as follows. Font style. So bold होना चाहिए then. Oh sorry. Let us read your comment first. Example font italic small caps bold. Exactly आपने जो वेबसाइट पे you were one step ahead of me again. Exactly वेबसाइट पे वही बता रहे हैं. Font variant, font weight. So what do I do in case? So Sagar bhai, what do I do in the case where we don't have the line height, the weight and this? Font style, comma space. तो यहाँ पे मैं comma space दूँगा तो वो तो fall back ले लेगा. Font weight कहाँ है? Font weight is the third property. Font style is the first property. Okay. So italic small caps वो सब तो हमें चाहिए ही नहीं. How do we make it null? यहाँ पे देखते हैं ना. So हाँ pixels के बाद ये आएगा and this is how it should be. अच्छा ये हटाओ. अच्छा अरे बाप रे. This is font size. What am I even thinking? Yep, that works. That works. Thank you Mr. Sagar bhai. That we are done till 71%. So yeah, font mistake. I did not see the proper name of the property. Now we are on step 75. In some browsers, the heart emoji may look slightly different from the previous step. This is because some of the characters properties were overridden by the font weight style of the bold. अच्छा bold में property अलग दिखती है. Not in this browser, but maybe in some browsers. This is because some of the characters properties were overridden by the font weight style of bold. Okay, fix this by targeting the div with the heart emoji. Okay, div with the heart emoji. उसका नाम क्या था? अच्छा फर्स्ट div को ऊपर आगे करना है ना. तो फर्स्ट div के लिए हमने कुछ लिखा था पहले. We'll reuse that property. Where are you? Some left mountain. Nope. I'll have to scroll down. Before. That's what we use, the before pseudo selector. So targeting the div with the heart emoji, that is the before selector. So मैं क्या करूँगा? मैं लिखूँगा dot shirt before in this font weight to its original value. So font weight 0 WGT GHT. Shirt before, that should work. Let's see. Nope. So that means that is not the default value. अच्छा हाँ ये भी कर सकते थे. Shirt space div. So yeah, we can also choose a type selector from the selector. Yes. So target the div with the heart emoji. क्योंकि वो p टैग है ना. हाँ yes. तो शर्ट के अंदर जितने भी divs है the text is in a p tag, that is not in a div. So obviously makes sense. We can go to the next. We can still not go to the next step. अच्छा initial या normal लिखना चाहिए. So it should not be 0, it should be normal. Normal must be a setting set by browsers instead of 0. So we are good to go. Probably कुछ font weight normal होता होगा, 0 तो रख ही नहीं सकते. because if I wrote 0 here, okay, that did not work, but we can go to the next step. Okay, now we are on 76, which is I think 72 or 73% done. Yes, exactly normal. I will resize my YouTube screen. Okay, हाँ. Now क्या बता रहा है? So step 76, position the div element, so div with the heart emoji, which is this. इधर जा. From the top and from the left. The top and the left. यहाँ से उठा के रख देते हैं. Paste 65 की जगह 65% की जगह 22.5 पिक्सल्स यूज़ करेंगे. ओके, from the top and 12 pixels from the left of it. So I'll write pixels and instead of 42 it will become 12. तो इसका positioning भी अच्छा हो गया है. Now we can go to the next step. Step 77, यहाँ पे कुछ गैप दिख रहा है, उसका मतलब हम लोग उसके रिलेटेड कुछ करने वाले हैं. Position the dot shirt element, yes, 165 pixels from the top. तो अभी हमने जैसे shirt के div को position कर दिया. Now the same way we're going to move this entire shirt div from here to here, so it looks like a shirt. I could also have used that shirt, then div and first. Okay, that is new. You know what, just give me a second, I will note that down. So copy that. अभी मैं notes open कर देता हूँ. In my notes, where are my notes? They are here. And you saw that coming at the end. I'll paste that. Oh, इसकी थोड़ी size बढ़ा देते हैं. I will use that in the next few of my next videos. Until then, thank you. So shirt div first, तो ये shirt के अंदर के first division को select कर देगा. Okay, so क्या है? Position the shirt element. Okay, top left. Okay. So अच्छा top left फिर से, तो इधर से उठा के रख लेते हैं ना. Can reuse this, then increase its stacking order. Stacking is of course Z index. Appears above the penguin body. Penguin body का position देख लेते हैं. Where is penguin body? It should be here. Chin, eye, face, penguin head, penguin. Did I miss it? Left mountain. Yep, I think I did. So penguin head, penguin star, penguin itself. I do not see penguin body, maybe it should be below me. Ground, penguin body before, penguin body ये रहा जो हमारे नीचे ही था. Okay, so stacking, इसका हम लोग Z index देखने वाले थे. So for penguin body the Z index is अच्छा है ही नहीं. Then I'll have to check for the rest. So we have used Z index 4. Now we will use 5. I could also use 1 really क्योंकि उसमें हमने उस Z index की वैल्यू सेट नहीं की है. But let's see. हाँ, इसको भी मूव कर देते टॉप एंड लेफ्ट वैल्यूज़ को. So instead of 127 it will become 25. It will become 127.5 from the left. ठीक है, इसको reuse करिए तो left, and from the top what will it become? 165. So I can reuse this to 165 pixels. Great. ये थोड़ा अजीब लग रहा है. इसका पोजीशन पहले यहाँ पे था. Maybe not. I could be wrong. Let's see. 165 pixels. Then increase its stacking order. Okay. हाँ, तो ये above में है. And we have the green light. Nice. Now step 78 for the shirt's final touch, set the color to this. हाँ, तो अभी हम लोग font का color set करेंगे. We will go to color. Oh, sorry, the typos are all over the place. COLOR again, COLOR. and now I forgot the indentation, so the hash value 6A6969 semicolon, and we can see the color is more grayer than before. Great. Let's go to step 79. Fun fact, penguins cannot stand without at least 2 feet. Yeah, very obviously. It's like just those obvious steps जहाँ पे penguin का face square नहीं होता. Okay, so now within the penguin body element, we are inside the penguin body element. Add 2 div elements with a class of foot. So कहीं से हम लोग ऐसा div उठा लेते हैं जिसमें इतना कुछ लिखा नहीं है. I can use this. Oh, sorry. Command C to copy for Mac users. कितने चाहिए? 2 div चाहिए. अच्छा, इसको change कर देते पहले. Chin will become foot. I can copy this value and paste it here. So within the penguin body element, add 2 div elements each with a class of foot. Good. Give the foot a class of left. So first foot को left बना देंगे and right को right बना देंगे. Cool. We are good to go to the next step. Tag is a dot foot elements. So dot foot, give them a width. अच्छा ये क्या है? Width, height and background color. Yes, we can reuse these values just above us. Instead of gray, this will become orange. Not oragne, orange. क्या है? अभी इसको width को 15% बनाएंगे. So 15. And instead of 45 it will be 30%, and you can see the leg is not where it is supposed to be. It is a yoga practitioner now, but I think not a practitioner, someone who does yoga. बाप रे, पूरे पैर stretch करके पीछे कर लिया. Wow, very cool. We'll move them with the position property, the left, right, top, bottom property. So now position the foot elements. देखा top and radius. So you know what, border radius हर एक को 50% देना है. So I've done that before. Let me look for one real quickly. It won't take a minute. यहाँ पे हमने border radius को 50% यूज़ किया था. I can copy this और मैं वो previous वाला text में टाइप कर दूँगा. So top के लिए लिखेंगे 85%. So 85%, which will move it here. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, not 85%. There is a difference, that is 85 pixels, and border radius to 50%, and now it looks more like a leg. We can go to the next step. Probably they will ask us to rotate it now because no one's leg looks like that. The penguin's beak and feet share the same color. Create a new custom CSS variable named penguin picorna and replace all the relevant property values with it. Great. So what I'll do is I'll reuse this. अभी मैं face को कर दूँगा picorna. What does picorna mean? Let's find out. Okay, apparently that is a virus. Oh, that is too much. Define not picorna. सिर्फ इसको ही रखना पड़ेगा. That's not what I was even looking for. What is the meaning of? Firstly, the meaning that in polio virus. हाँ, तो वो कलर होता होगा, वो शेड होता होगा पोलियो वायरस का. Could be. What if I just write picorna color? That should help me understand what picorna is. So color. Nope, it's all virus. SEO, इतना सारा वायरस का SEO बना दिया होगा. Okay, maybe if I go to Google images. Nope. But penguin picorna replace. What if I use that as a term, search term. Pingo virus in study sequencing freeCodeCamp, instruction once in Italy, fatal, Picconaviridae is a disease, penguin agree with this. Apparently it is a disease that penguins contract. Anyway, replace all relevant. Okay, तो अभी इसको क्या चाहिए? Beak and feet share the same color, which is orange. कहाँ है देख लेते हैं. So let me scroll down. अरे बाप रे. So beak यहाँ पे है, and it will also be at the feet. So it's the last thing. Okay. So quickly I'll write orange. क्या करेंगे, वो वेरिएबल को कॉपी कर लेना, इसको कर लेते हैं और पीछे वेरिएबल डाल देंगे. ठीक है, वेरिएबल फंक्शन डाल देंगे. Okay, so let's keep our eyes and ears open. I will close this for a second. Okay, so कहाँ का भी orange है, let's keep open orange. Okay, nope, that's not orange. Yep, we are here. That's the first one. We'll wrap this inside the variable function. Great. Then we go to the last one. इसको भी variable function के अंदर wrap कर देते हैं, and we are good. Great stuff. It's 79% complete. Great stuff. Wow. Step 83, target the dot foot element. ये रहा foot element with a. We have Sagar's comment again. Continue. It's not relevant. Okay. Thank you. I'm trying to be curious. अभी मैंने पहली बार सुना है penguin picker. No, it could be something. Okay, so border radius, target the foot element with a class of left. अच्छा, इनको नहीं select करना. Sorry. Yeah, and position it 25% left of its parent. Okay, then target the foot element with a class of right and position it 25%. Okay. So foot dot right. इसको मैं reuse कर सकता हूँ, मैंने सब लिखा है पहले. Foot left, beak bottom, beak top. I होना चाहिए ना. Dot I dot right. Yes. I will reuse these to my benefit. So we have foot left and foot bottom. Well, not foot left and foot bottom, foot left and foot right. Target the foot element with the class of left and position it 25%. ये 25% कर दिया left को, मतलब पहले से ही था. And the same way right को भी 25%. So सिर्फ copy paste करके रखा है. Wow, that worked. Let's check the preview. And we can see the legs now. I think for the next step we'll probably make them go behind. We are good to go to the next step. Continue. I'll also open this in a new tab just for us to see. So that's what it looks like in a new tab. Wow. Okay. To make the penguin's feet look more penguiny, rotate the left foot by 80 degrees. So we'll use the transform function for that. Transform property and rotate function for that. So transform property, not transform, typos all the way. Transform and rotate function, left foot by 80 degrees, so 80 deg, semicolon. I'll reuse this here. This will be minus 80 and we are good. And you can see that is a very cute leg. Good stuff. We can go to the next step. I think we are 81% complete. Wow. 85 steps. Wow. Okay. और क्या है? Change the stacking order of the dot foot elements such that they appear beneath the. So we are going to use z hyphen index. So, oh sorry, not a hyphen index, z hyphen index indentation of course. क्या करेंगे, इसको यहाँ पे वापस ले आते हैं प्रीव्यू को. अभी penguin body का you know what, let's try what, -1 and they're behind. Great, we are good to go to the next step. Now step 8, fun fact, penguins cannot fly without wings. Yeah, these fun facts are not at all very fun, but they are funny. Okay, within penguin body before the foot elements, exactly, add 2 div elements. वो बोलते भी और हमारे लिए गैप पे रखते हैं. दैट्स वेरी नाइस ऑफ देम. Add 2 div elements each with a class of arm. Okay, before I change this, एक आर्म को लेफ्ट रखना है, सही है, तो फुट की जगह सिर्फ आर्म लिख देंगे और मैं इसको रीयूज़ कर लूँगा. Instead of foot it will become arm again. I could also have done it another way, so arm left and arm right. अरे बाप रे, ये div क्यों ऐसा हो गया. Give the first arm a class of left and the second arm a class of right. Good to go. अभी हम लोग हम लोग मूव भी करने वाले हैं. Oh, Mr. Sagar, I just saw your comment, transform, rotate and minus. Exactly, that's exactly what I did. I just saw your comment. Maybe वो कुछ इंटरनेट में लैग आ रहा होगा. But yeah, I have finished that step. Thank you. अभी हम इनको कलर्स और वैल्यूज़ देंगे. So target the dot arm elements gladly and give them a width, height and background of linear gradient. So we have used linear gradient before and we'll reuse the, where are you, yep, we can reuse this from clockwise. So 90 degree from clockwise, so that means we don't need to mention negative 90 degrees. We can simply write 90 deg and it will work. So ये कर दिया. From clockwise starting at gray. So first color will be gray and we don't need this color really. अरे बाप रे, sorry. Let's remove that. No commas 2. Gray के बाद क्या है, RGB 203. Instead of 203 I will make it 209. Instead of 241 I will make it 210. And instead of 228 I will make it 199. And let's also change the width and the height according to its size. So 60% of its parent. Oh sorry, the height is to be 60%, not the width. So this is 30%, this is to be 60%. And that is a rectangle hand. Okay, एक और बार चेक कर लेते हैं. Give them a width of 30%, a height of 60% and a background of linear gradient at 90 degrees from clockwise starting at gray and ending at this. Makes sense? We can go to the next step now. Exactly, z index 0 or -1. ये भी मैंने कमेंट अभी पढ़ा. Thank you for your support. क्या बात है. Create a custom CSS variable name. हाँ ठीक है, चलो अभी एक और बनाएंगे वेरिएबल penguin skin and set it to gray so that we can reuse gray everywhere wherever we have used gray. So gray, now instead of picona it will become skin and I can copy. Oh, I don't need to copy all of that. Copy. Instead of this, अगर मुझे var भी variable भी copy करना है तो फिर मुझे वो type करना पड़ेगा. So what I'll do is I'll find one variable and on my way I will change them to penguin skin. So let's keep our eyes open for any gray colors. हाँ ये तो ठीक है. Gray, nope, yellow. That is a linear gradient. We can see gray. But हमने वो वेरिएबल कॉपी नहीं किया था. I'll have to copy that first. What? वेरिएबल नहीं है, क्या बात कर रहे हो? Yep, I can use this variable penguin face. instead of penguin face I'll make it penguin skin. Where is gray color now? Yep, it's here. And instead of face I'll make it skin. Nice. Now I can reuse this variable wherever I like. So gray, that is black, that is penguin face, that is pink, again penguin pecora, helvetica, is that gray? maybe not. देखते हैं शर्ट का कलर अगर चेंज होता है तो फिर हम लोग मान सकते हैं कि ये ग्रे है. Yep, sorry, yeah, shirt के text का कलर चेंज होता है indeed, so let's not change that. Then scroll down, we have another gray, paste that. यहाँ पे भी एक ग्रे है, इसको भी चेंज कर देंगे. Submit and go to the next challenge. We are done with this step. 85% complete, क्या बात है. Now target the arm element with a class of left, so .arm.left and position it 25 left. अच्छा, तो ये सब लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. I could have just copied the leg left and leg right. leg left कहाँ होगा? foot left, या सॉरी, उसमें ट्रांसफॉर्म भी है, उसको ट्रांसफॉर्म हटा देंगे. So we have foot left and foot right. Okay, target the arm element with the class of left. इन दोनों को आर्म बना देंगे. And set its position from the top. अभी अच्छा 5% from the left. अच्छा टॉप भी करना है और लेफ्ट भी करना है. ठीक है, तो we'll leave the top thing, sorry the left thing. टॉप वैल्यूज ऐड कर देंगे 35%. I'll reuse this for this arm. Yep, चलो फिर क्या है? 5% from the left of its parent, not 25, 5%. It is more on the left now. Then target the arm element, the class of right. अभी हम लोग transform करने नहीं वाले, but I think we are going to use transform in the next step, so I will cut this. So okay, and यहाँ से भी instead of 25% I'll make it 5%. Yep, हाथ बना दिए. अच्छा, कुछ और भी है steps में. Then target the arm element of the class of right and position it 0% from the top, not 35%, sorry, and -5 from the right, so -5 from the right. Good stuff. Step 90, within the arm element, arm left selector, alter the origin of the transform function to be the top left corner of its parent. Alter the origin of the transform. No. We also came across this, so I'll go back to the responsive web design and origin change करने के लिए. Transform function to the top left corner of its parent. Let's change this 80 degrees to 0 degrees, so that's what it was. What if I make it 90 degrees? Nope. What will we do? फिर से पढ़ते हैं, शायद दो तीन बार पढ़ने पे समझ आएगा. So within the arm left selector, yes, alter the origin of the transform function. अच्छा हाँ, वो xy coordinates के साथ हम लोग को खेलना है. उसके लिए हम लोग क्या यूज़ करते हैं? Let's find out. We go to Google and transform property. Nope. Transform property in CSS. Rotate skew. Yes, we are supposed to use skew. Yes. So we are to make it skew to be the top left corner of its parent. हम लोग ने sun के लिए भी skew को use किया था. I almost forgot. So I can go to the sun. Sun ये रहा. और यहाँ पे हमने उसको भी स्क्यू किया था, क्या मूव किया था, सो बॉर्डर टॉप -75 राइट -75. वी आर नॉट टू डू दैट. स्क्यू नहीं, आई डोंट थिंक वी आर टू स्क्यू से तो वो काट देगा, सॉरी. स्केल भी नहीं करना है. हाउ विल वी टू बी टॉप लेफ्ट कॉर्नर. alter the origin function to be top left corner. देखते हैं अगर ट्रांसफॉर्म की कोई और वैल्यूज़ है तो नहीं है. ओके, दैट इज also possible. Translate, rotate, of course we know rotate, तो हम लोग rotate से क्या करेंगे. I am stuck here. Translate, we are to use translate. Great. Translate XY to be top left corner of its parent, so top left corner. चलो देखते हैं. So we're going to use translate. Let's see. Instead of transform, जैसे translate के अंदर हम लोग transform function use करेंगे. So and now x coordinates. Let's play with the x coordinates. Top left corner of its parent. इसका parent arm है, arm. This is the parent. मुझे x कितना ऊपर जाना चाहिए, 10%, 100%. I will. There is delay. Yes, Mr. Sagar, there is some delay maybe. But if I refresh the page, there will, the live, I won't be able to access the live. Maybe if I turn the chat box, the chat off and on again. What if I move it here? Okay, great. I can move the chat box here, so I don't need to look here. अगर मैं यहाँ पे रखता हूँ तो great. I can pop it out, and if I want to restore it, I click on restore and it is back. Great. Restore chat box. Now let's try to figure it out. कैसे move करके देखते हैं. By default units will be in pixels. 2D defines a 2D translation. Let's make it 10 and y 20. Nope. Alter the origin of a transform function to be, if you think about it, top left should be. Are we to mention the units? Let's try mentioning the units. We are supposed to mention the units. Are we 10 pixels up? 10 pixels. What if I make it -10? Okay, it moved more. What if I make this -20? Okay. I think I'm going to use the hint. Let's see what hint. तो क्या बोल रहे हैं? So you should use the transform origin property, not a transform. Okay. So let's use that. And what do you say? You say 0 0. Let's see. 0, space 0. Let's find out what that does. Nope, it still says transform origin. देखते हैं. So अभी मैं यहाँ पे जाऊँगा transform -origin. अभी ट्रांसफ़र origin की properties याद नहीं है, sorry, values याद नहीं है. So I will go here and I will look for transform origin. So scale, rotate, function, skew, initial, perspective, inherit. Sorry, transform origin यहाँ पे जाके पहले ढूंढेंगे. So what do we do? Transform origin में हम लोग ये सब यूज़ कर सकते हैं. Property values, x axis, y axis. So हमें क्या चाहिए? Function to be the top left corner of its parent. Nope, top left corner. So एक y पे है. So left and top. Let's try pasting that. What if I write for x-axis, write this and this left top? Nope, nothing changed. और क्या हम यूज़ कर सकते हैं? Maybe this will help me. So क्या transform origin 20%, 40%. Instead of left and top 0%, 0% लिखते हैं. Maybe minus 10%. Why is it not moving? Are we also supposed to rotate the thing? Let's use more hints. I did use top left before. Why did it not work? अच्छा, क्योंकि left top लिखा था. Okay. So this is for the top values and this is for the left value. And we are good to go. You can see Sagar's comment, minus 50% and 50%. That might have worked. I don't know. 0 काम कर गया, and of course the hint helped. But thank you for your support. बाप रे, 217 lines worth of CSS and styling. क्या बात है, मैं क्या क्या ले गया. 212, 219, क्या बात है. 245 तक हमने कोड लिख दिया है, क्या बात है. That's we wrote all of that, guys. That is some sharp sound. To keep the linear gradient on the correct side of the penguin's left arm, first rotate it by. अभी हम लोग rotate function पे आ गए. So transform rotate function 130 deg and semicolon. Again, not transform. It should be transform. Then invert the x-axis. अरे बाप रे. Okay, invert the x-axis. I have a. हमने अभी सीखा ना. सिर्फ मुझे invert करना. So invert. But we can use that. So कहाँ गया? Only the x-axis. So we'll use translate x and this. Okay. So invert the x-axis. What do they? Nope, I don't think ये करना चाहिए. Rotate x करना चाहिए. Is that even allowed? Rotate x is allowed. Okay. So I think I should rotate the inward axis. So rotate x, and instead of 130, I will make it minus 130. Nope, that did not do anything. So translate x. Yeah, translate x worked its magic. Let's check where we are wrong. तो क्या बोल रही है? You should give arm dot left a transform. अच्छा, मैं transform को 2 बार यूज़ किया इसलिए. And scale x. अच्छा, not translate x. Okay. Scale x क्या करता है? Defines a scale transformation by giving it a value for y-axis. So why are we scaling it if we are inverting the x-axis? What is going on? To keep the linear gradient on the correct side of a penguin's left arm, first rotate it by 130 pixels and invert the x-axis. ये तो यार तुम लोगों ने कौन से ट्यूटोरियल में सीखा था, वही नहीं यार. Let's read this again. Oh, great. Oh, so sorry. I just saw your chat box. अच्छा हाँ, क्या है? Transform hyphen origin top left, फिर dot and then see the chat box. Did I miss something? आपने कुछ और लिखा था. Refresh chat box. Okay. फिर कुछ message retracted. Transform origin top left. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you are saying, what you're referring to, sir. But scale x क्या है वो समझना पड़ेगा. Defines a scale transformation by giving it a value for the x-axis. What if I make this 1? Okay. What if I make this -10? तो उड़ जाएगा, गायब भी. Okay. What if I make this 2? So it literally scales in the x. अच्छा हाँ, वो x axis में scale करेगा, ठीक है. But why does inverting the x axis work? जब माइनस यूज़ करता है तो वो उस साइड. Interesting. I think we'll come across more examples in the future. और जब कुछ स्केल एक्स नहीं लिखा था तब क्या थी वैल्यू उसकी साइज. अरे बाप रे. It was like that. Scale x. अरे यार ये तो लिखते ही कुछ गायब हो जाता है. Let me cut this and see the effects happen. It moves, but why does scale move it? To keep the linear gradient on the correct side of the penguin's left arm, first rotate by 130 degrees. हाँ ठीक है किया. Then invert the x-axis. How did I invert the x-axis? By using -1. Let's keep an eye on the color of the gradient. So this gradient is going in this direction. This is dark. This is the darker shade, and this is the lighter shade. Now, what if I make this positive? So the lighter shade. Acha. So you're going to scale it in that direction. -1. Oh, invert the x-axis. Literally inverting the axis. So that's how you invert it. अच्छा, so invert करने के लिए सिर्फ -1 यूज़ करना पड़ता है. So it will scale it, but it will scale it in the opposite direction. Good stuff. We are 88% complete. What time is it? 202 hours and 40 minutes. Good stuff, good stuff. Now rotate the right arm by 45 degrees counterclockwise. 45 degrees counterclockwise मतलब -45 degrees. So, oh sorry. Dot, and instead of 130 I'll put delete 45. Good stuff. Fun fact, most if not all flippers are all. Again, an absurd fact. Yes, they are. Well, flippers are not rectangular, of course. So let's make a natural shape that is more oval. Well, a rectangle that is more oval than sharp. So give dot arms elements, top left, top right, and bottom right corners a radius of 30%. Okay. So border hyphen radius. Top left. Okay. So top left के लिए this. Top right को भी use करना है. So then 2 top values. Bottom right and bottom left will be given 120%. And that does look good. These hands do look good. That is a nice curve. Change the dot arm elements stacking order such that they appear behind the penguin body element. We'll use again z index and we'll give it the value -1. That should ensure them behind. Ensure them being in the back. Now you are going to use the CSS animators. Yes, we came across keyframes in the morning session. let us use keyframes. That is a rule, keyframes rule, that is used for animation, and we are going to give it a name wave. अभी हम लोग 2 ब्रैकेट्स भी रख देते हैं. और क्या ना, define a new keyframes named a. Okay. अच्छा, हाँ तो keyframes, हाँ ठीक है, बस इतना ही लिखना है. हाँ तो दिए ना. WAVE keyframes. Keyframes wave, maybe you should define a new keyframes rule. किया तो सही. That's how we do it. Let's find out what are we missing. Let us check the previous test to see. Maybe that previous project will help us understand again where we missed. So Ferris wheel में हमने animators को use किया था. We will go to 29. क्या बता रहा है? So CSS keyframes. Okay. Keyframes cabins. अच्छा, हम लोग इसका use नहीं करते हैं. And if that's it, oh my god, so yeah, we don't use them. Yeah, we use the brackets for at media well, animators. Anyway, at rules. Great. Give wave 4 waypoints starting at 10% and incrementing by 10%. 4 wave points, ठीक है. So 10%, curly bracket, यही कॉपी करके 4 बार पेस्ट कर देते हैं. We are to give it 10% increments, so 20, 30, 40. Now we're going to do something to this wave. Within the first waypoint, rotate to 110. Rotate उठा लेते हैं यहाँ से. And retain the scaling of the left arm. Wait. What? Retain the scaling. अच्छा, रिटेन द स्केलिंग, तो फिर हम लोग उसको स्केल x+1 बना देंगे. आई होप इफ वी आर टू रिटेन द स्केलिंग. लेट्स चेक. नोप. अरे हाँ, ये -45 नहीं होना चाहिए. दिस शुड बी 110. व्हाट डू यू मीन रिटेन द स्केलिंग? दैट इज द व्हाट आर यू सेइंग? So okay, you should give the 10% waypoint a transform of rotate 110 degrees scale x. Why is it -1 if we wanted to retain? Could be wrong. I just saw your comment. Yes, exactly. Curly brackets only. हमें वो brackets नहीं डालने थे. Thank you. Maybe the YouTube chat is slow. Let me. What if I write top chat and then I write live chat? Will that do a difference? Nope. कुछ difference नहीं होगा. Maybe something happened. Okay. Then we go to the next step. 98. क्या बात. So within the second waypoint, and retain the scaling of the left arm. Interesting. To retain the scaling, so basically we are to do this. और हमें ग्रीन लाइट मिल जाएगी। For the third and the fourth waypoint, repeat the transform pattern once more. So 20 degree, 20 degree, इस पे भी 20 degrees और इस पे भी 20 degrees होंगे। So 130 का 150, 150 का 170. We have the, yep, nope. क्यों? Let's read this maybe. For the third and the fourth waypoints, repeat the transform pattern once more. अच्छा repeat करना है, okay. अच्छा हाँ, तो कुछ edit नहीं करना है, इसको सिर्फ 110 and this will become 130. Okay, that makes sense. We are not to, yeah, repeat the patterns. Yes, and we have the green light. ये क्या है? There is a comment. It says animation wave inside arm dot selector. समझ नहीं आया मिस्टर सागर, आप किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं? बट आई अंडरस्टैंड, हम लोग हाथ को वेव करने वाले हैं, वो बिगिनिंग में प्रीव्यू में दिखाया था. इफ़ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट, इफ़ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट समथिंग एल्स, देन आई डोंट नो. So now we are on the 100 step. Amazing guys, 2.5 घंटे में 100 steps ख़त्म कर दिए हैं. I think इसके सिर्फ 108 steps है. So we are almost there and you can already see that this is the only thing that's left. अभी इसका हाथ और animation ही हम लोग करने वाले हैं. So use the wave animation on the left arm, have the animation last 3 seconds, infinitely iterate and have a linear timing function. अभी उसका भी text मुझे write करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, मेरे कोर्स में मैंने लिखा ही था, so I will just copy that. So what I'll do is I'll scroll down and go to the previous project of the Ferris wheel, go to the last step, and you can see that I gave it this value. So मैं इसको reuse कर देता हूँ नए project में. Here, of course, it won't be cabins, wave. अभी हमें चाहिए 3 seconds, not 3 seconds, sorry 10 seconds. So इसका movement बढ़ गया. Infinitely iterate and have a linear timing. So is in out की जगह हम लोग लिखेंगे linear and infinitely iteration. So you can see that it moves, then after 3 seconds it stops, 1 2, and then it waves again, and we have the green line. Exactly, first and second wise. I think what you are saying is, जो जहाँ पे मैं अटक जाता हूँ तो फिर आप कमेंट लिखते हैं, उसके बाद उसके 5 मिनट के बाद मुझे कमेंट दिखता है. सॉरी अबाउट दैट. आई विल ट्राई टू चेक समथिंग आउट. मे बी मैं अगर पेज को रिफ़्रेश करता हूँ, तो अगर मैं पेज को रिफ़्रेश करूँगा तो शायद कमेंट्स चले भी जाए. यू नो व्हाट, आई कैन कीप देम ओपन इन माई फ़ोन. मेरे फ़ोन में शायद वो कमेंट्स जल्दी लोड होंगे. सो जस्ट गिव मी अ सेकेंड, आई विल कीप द लाइव ओपन इन माई फ़ोन एंड आई कैन रीड योर कमेंट्स ओवर देयर. अरे अच्छा, first and second wise they are the same thing. Maybe there's something wrong with the YouTube live, I don't know. So let me go put that here. Okay, but I have my phone and the chat open here with me, so अगर मैं यहाँ पे नहीं देख रहा हूँ, मैं यहाँ पे देख के भी जवाब दे सकता हूँ. Okay, we can go to the next step. Target the dot penguin element when it's active and increase its size by, अच्छा when it's active, so that penguin, मतलब when it's active as in when we hover the mouse over it. So active, pseudo selectors for the win. अरे बाप रे, that head went away. When it's active, increase its size by 50% in both dimensions. So we are going to use the transform और क्या करेंगे, स्केल यूज़ करेंगे. सॉरी, SEALE. Is this slow? Can you guys see it? Okay. So scale, and scale is a function, not a properties value. So scale के अंदर हम लिखेंगे क्या, by 50%. So 50%, 50%. So if I hover the mouse, what will happen? Oh yeah, so active is for click. और कुछ गलती हुई है. Transform to scale. अच्छा, so instead of 50-50 I can simply write 1.5 and that will scale it. That is also good news. अभी मैं देखता हूँ प्रीव्यू में कुछ फ़र्क आया है. Yes, कुछ फ़र्क आया है. It has scaled. पहले 50% scale down हो गया था instead of scaling up. Yes. Nice. 97% complete. Wow. That is good stuff. लेकिन जब मैं उस पर एक्टिव हवर क्लिक करता हूँ तो एनिमेशन करता है. यस, वो एनिमेशन करता है. वी आर ऑलमोस्ट देयर. 97% कंप्लीट कर दिया हमने प्रोजेक्ट. सो आई थिंक वो 108 नहीं होता होगा, इसमें शायद 103 या 104 स्टेप्स ही होंगे. ओके, मूविंग ऑन. When you activate the dot penguin element, it might look as though you can drag it around. It is not. That is not true. That is not true. Indeed, yes. That is true. That it is not true. Indicate this to users by giving the active element a cursor property of not allowed. That is a new property for me. Cursor to not allowed. क्या होगा? हाँ, अच्छा, नॉट अलाउड तो ये दिखाएगा. दैट लिटरली मीन्स यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू ड्रैग इट. Yep, you can see I have my mouse on the left hand button and the only thing I can drag is the text. So maybe वो text वाला div element को मैं drag कर सकता हूँ, but मैं इस element को drag नहीं कर सकता. And that's how it says not allowed. What if it were allowed? What would it say? Nope, no change in the icon. Great, not allowed. We are ready to go to the next step. I think अभी ये दिखाएगा 98% done, 98% complete. Great. Change the dot penguin element's transition behavior during the transformation to have a duration of 1 second. टाइमिंग फंक्शन. अच्छा, हाँ, तो वो भी हम लोग ने अभी कॉपी किया ही था, तो वो वापस पेस्ट कर देते हैं. वेयर इज़ इट? दैट वाज फॉर द पेंगुइन हैंड, इजंट इट? पेंगुइन आर्म. यप, यहीं से एनिमेशन लेते हैं. स्क्रॉल अप, स्क्रॉल अप, स्क्रॉल अप, स्क्रॉल अप. यस. सो चेंज द पेंगुइन एलिमेंट्स ट्रांजिशन बिहेवियर ड्यूरिंग ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. During the transformation to have a duration of 1 second. 1 second. अरे बाप रे. ओहो. Ease in, so in your की जगह EAS, ease in hyphen out. That is extremely weird to look at. Maybe शायद this is ये wave यहाँ पे क्यों आ गया? Let's read this first before we start copying and pasting things. So they change the dot penguin's element transition behavior in transformation to have a duration of 1 second. A timing function of ease in and out and a delay of 1 minute. ये तो कभी पढ़ा है ही नहीं. क्या बात कर रहे हो? ये तो खुद फिगर आउट करना पड़ेगा. Okay, a delay of 0 ms. What? तो that's not what it's supposed to be. तो ड्यूरिंग द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन जब हम क्लिक करते हैं तब ऐसा have a duration of 1 second. तो जब मैं क्लिक करता हूँ तो 1 सेकेंड का ड्यूरेशन होना चाहिए. तो हम लोग अभी टू create another animation property using keyframes. Let's read. Duration of 1 second. Okay. A timing function of ease in out and a delay. Delay कैसे डालेंगे? have to find out थोड़ा. So CSS, sorry, W3 schools and animation. यहाँ पे देखते हैं, इनकी मदद लेते हैं. There is a property called animation delay. Are we looking for animation delay? We are looking for animation delay. Great. But ये animation shorthand property में हम लोग कर सकते हैं, यूज़ तो कर लेंगे. वही animation का नाम. So मैं यहाँ से पहले तो नेम को कट करूँगा. I'll paste it here. I'll go to wave. अरे बाप रे. But we are not to use wave, are we? Exactly. हाँ, is in out तो करना ही है. Is in hyphen out. But that is extremely weird. But ठीक है, जाते हैं फिर. Animation name, duration 1 second. Transformation to have a duration of 1 second. A timing function of ease in and out and a delay. Maybe you know what, this is not for this, so transition ही करते हैं. Transition में क्या बताता है ये? Hover, okay, hover over a development to gradually change the width form. अच्छा, okay. Let's look at this. So the shorthand is transition property. Property का नाम क्या देंगे? I have a comment. Okay, it says transition transform 1 second. इतना ही है. Let's see. So transition ये सब हटाते हैं. Transform 1 second. Let's see. इससे हो जाएगा. That happened. That literally worked. Yes, thank you so much. अभी हम लोग delay of 0 ms कैसे डालेंगे sir? Delay, अच्छा, टाइमिंग फंक्शन ड्यूरेशन. सो आई थिंक टाइमिंग फंक्शन में वो आ जाएगा. टाइमिंग फंक्शन के अंदर वो लोग, हाँ इधर लिखा ही है टाइमिंग फंक्शन ईज ऑफ ईज इन एंड आउट एंड डिले ऑफ 0. या मेक सेंस. सो आई विल यूज़ दैट. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर गाइडेंस सागर सर. ओह सॉरी, पेस्ट ये सब हटा देंगे. ईज इन आउट, ग्रेट. ज़ीरो, सॉरी आई थिंक आप शायद आपने 0.1 सेकेंड वो गलती से लिख दें. इट्स 0 ms लिखा है. यहाँ पे जाएंगे एंड वी विल चेक आवर कोड एंड वी हैव द ग्रीन लाइट. यस, थैंक यू सागर सर. अगर आपने ट्रांजिशन वो ट्रांसफॉर्म 1 सेकेंड नहीं बताया होगा तो थोड़ा और टाइम चला जाता. Now we go to the next step. I think we are almost there. कुछ बचे, 1-2 स्टेप्स ही बचे होंगे. Finally यहाँ पे लिखा ही है congratulations you have completed the responsive web design certification. क्या बात है. Of course इसके बाद guys we will go through the certification projects themselves. These are all projects, but these are all for practice work, but that will be some serious work, the certification project. Okay. Now finally calculate the height of the ground element to be the height of the viewport minus the height. Yeah, we had this, we have a function for this. Okay, so क्या बताएंगे वो function का नाम क्या था? Sum था? No. Let's find out. So क्या करेंगे? CSS to remove. I think calculator का कुछ ऐसा कुछ था. I can see whether we have a comment. Yes, I have a comment from sir. Thank you so much. That is the calc thing. Okay, so I'll write calc C-A-L-C. Oh, not in here. Sorry. Okay. Finally calculate the height. So इसकी जगह अभी हम लोग use करने वाले हैं calculator function. Element to be height of the viewport. 100%. VH. minus the height of the penguin element. Height of the penguin element कैसे लाएंगे? Height of penguin element. एक specific element की height कैसे ले सकते हैं? Let me look for the what does the penguins penguin element's height is, what is the penguin element's height? Penguin body, this, that. Face, penguin head, penguin again. Okay, so penguin's height is 300 pixels. Okay. So are we to do this? 100% viewport minus 300 pixels. Let's see what will this do. So height of the viewport, 100% height of the viewport minus this, so जो भी उसकी आएगी. Let's check. कुछ गलती आ रही है. Let's check क्या है. मैंने साइड ऑफ डॉट पेंगुइन एलिमेंट, तो हिंट बता रहा है डॉट ग्राउंड ए हाइट ऑफ कैल्क CALC. अच्छा स्पेसिंग या स्पेसिंग या दैट इज स्पेसिंग के बिना नहीं होगा. Nice, very cool. We are done with the steps so far. Wow, good stuff, man. That is really energetic. That is very amazing. क्या बात है sir, guys. This is very next level stuff. I didn't believe we could have made it this far. इसके बाद हम अभी करेंगे सर्टिफिकेशन प्रोजेक्ट्स. इट हैज़ ऑलरेडी बिन 2.5 घंटे तो हो गए. So I'm going to take a short break, and when I return, it is 5:15. When I return at 6, we will start with the certification projects, और वहाँ से हम काम शुरू करेंगे. And thank you Sagar sir for watching. Thank you sir for joining. Thank you sir so much for your support. I hope if you're free in the next session you can also join us. Thank you so much. Thank you mummy. I will see you guys in the next live video, and until then